Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show that really matters. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones, but I don't think they matter, and that's all that matters. Anyways, this week's episode, the top 5 fun shapes for all mountain riding. You know, broad category, all mountain riding. So there's a lot of great shapes coming out. We're in the golden age of shapes. So you don't need these popsicle stick looking boards to ride all mountain and have a fun ride on. We're going to look at 5 that I think really stick out for this year. So let's dive right into it. Number 5, the Kurua Transition Finder. Is it a freestyle board? Is it a carvy cruiser board? Yes, that is the answer to it. It's a board that you can lay a trench, go in the park, boost with, play around, hit some rails, go slash a little bit of pow, kind of just pop off everything that you want to. It is possibly one of the stiffest boards on this list, so it's not going to be for everyone, but if you're one of those guys that likes to lay a trench while also popping a back 3 off a roller, or you're going into the park and you're doing a front side 180 or even just like nose pressing a rail, this will have you covered. Number 4, the Academy Masters, Chris Roach's pro model from Academy Snowboards. Now, the way you gotta look at this board is that it's kind of one of those decks for slashing, carving, buttering around at high speeds, playing around on snow curbs and snow features that you can still hit a jump with when you need to. You can still like ollie a slow sign. It's good in pow. It's got an easy forgiving flex, even though they are tweaking it for this year, so it's gonna probably be a little bit stiffer than it's been in years past. But it grips on edge. It does what you need it to do. It's actually probably the dampest ride on this list, just due to it being made at Never Summer. They just have a wetter construction in there. So if you're looking for something with a little more liveliness, this probably isn't the board for you. But if you're looking for something that's going to dissipate chatter underfoot, then yeah, you should be looking at this deck. Number 3, the Nitro Dropout. Now you're going to look at this board and be like, wait, isn't this part of their quiver lineup? And be like, no, it's actually not. So the quiver lineup from Nitro actually overshadows this board. But you look at the shape of it with that pointy nose, that blunt tail, it's got the power pods underfoot for grip, and you're like, oh, this thing's probably a little more free ride oriented, a little more pow. It's not, it's all mountain, versatile. That camber profile loads up easily, it's got good snap, it's playful where it counts. You can rail a carve when you need to and feel those power pods grip underfoot. Overall, it's a very versatile board, even though the shape on it just screams this should be more powder focused. Number 2, the Rome Freaker. Now this showed up on my top 5 underhyped boards list, and for good reason. This is Renee Rinacongas' pro model, and it is just superb. It's got this snap that comes right off the tail when you load it up that really gets you in the air, but it's just forgiving enough that you can press it and butter it when you need to. And when you're on edge, you can really drive from the center of the board back through the tail to get it to slingshot you through a turn. Overall, it's very versatile. It's a freestyle board hidden in a cruiser deck shape. And this is a board that I just still feel is underhyped. Like, it's not getting the love that it should. And it is such a great board. When you get on it, you're like, holy crap, this thing is absolutely amazing. Honorable mentions, all great options, but just barely didn't make it on this list. And believe me, there was a lot of boards in this category, so it was a super stacked list just to try to narrow it down to 5. Anyways, we've got the Jones Stratus. This thing is basically a fun-shaped mountain twin. You can just rail carves, pop with it, slash pow, and not have to worry about anything with it or any type of terrain in front of you. The Dinosaurs Will Die Wizard Stick. Yeah, it's a freestyle board with a fun shape. That's really what you need to know about this deck. And the Burton Showstopper from their Family Tree lineup. Look at that thing. Danny Davis is rocking it. You know that this is going to be a party board, all mountain cruiser, whether you're in the park, the half pipe, or you're just launching natural features. As I said, all great options, but just barely didn't make it on this list. And the number 1 fun shape all mountain board for the 2021-2022 season should come as no surprise. I own it. It's sitting right over there. It is the Telos Mike Rankwit Pro. This board is so much fun to ride. It's buttery in the tips. You got an easy to engage camber profile for pop. When it's on edge, the side cut is so dialed in, you feel secure. You can basically just play around with this board and not have it domineer everything in front of you. I love this board so much, I ended up with one. So that should tell you why it makes it to the top of the list. This has been my top 5 fun shapes for all mountain riding for this season. Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree with this list? Did I forget something on this list? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this list. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us and just help us grow up further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and well, I'm probably going to go ride this shape right now, and I'll see you in another video.